Good evening. Tonight, we're examining the recent downgrade of the City of Warwick's bond rating and what it means for taxpayers. Along with that announcement, Mayor Picozzi confirmed that Standard & Poor's lowered Warwick's bond rating from AA to AA-. In a press release, the downgrade was attributed to school budgetary challenges and increased debt related to school construction, while emphasizing Warwick's strong tax base and management history. However, Standard & Poor's own credit report identifies a different primary concern. According to the rating agency, the downgrade was driven mainly by recurring operating deficits in the Warwick School Department. Those deficits began in fiscal year 2024 and are projected to continue through at least fiscal year 2026. To cover the shortfalls, the city has been forced to draw down its financial reserves without a clearly defined plan to restore them. Standard & Poor's explains that the deficits stem from the use of one-time federal COVID relief funds to support ongoing school staffing. When that temporary funding expired, the staffing levels remained, leaving permanent costs without permanent revenue. This is not a school construction problem. It is an operating budget problem. School construction debt does factor into the analysis, but as a secondary issue. In fact, Standard & Poor's notes that approximately 55% of the high school construction debt is expected to be reimbursed by the state of Rhode Island. The concern is that rising debt payments are now colliding with weakened operating finances and declining reserves. The mayor's press release is not inaccurate, but it does not fully explain the cause of the downgrade. It does not reference multi-year school deficits, reserve drawdowns, or the loss of federal relief funding. As a result, the downgrade may appear to be primarily related to borrowing, rather than long-term financial sustainability. An independent analysis known as the Cushman Report supports Standard & Poor's conclusions. The report documents years of declining enrollment while staffing levels failed to adjust accordingly. It shows how temporary federal funds were used to mask the imbalance, delaying corrective action. The report concludes that tens of millions of dollars in operating overruns were avoidable with proper alignment. The takeaway for Warwick taxpayers is clear. When borrowing is completed for the new high schools, Warwick's overall debt will exceed $1 billion. To pay for this new debt, school budget deficits, and the overall annual operating budget in the city, property taxes will explode. S&P did not lower Warwick's bond rating because the city invested in new schools. It was lowered because persistent school operating deficits weakened the city's financial position. Credit rating agencies do not issue warnings lightly. This downgrade is one of them. Understanding the cause is the first step toward understanding the solution. Let's hope city and school officials realize this very soon and take steps to reduce city and school spending before it is too late.